My neighbor reported my awning as illegal. Code enforcement showed up that same day. I didn't argue. I didn't beg. I signed off on tearing it down right there. Downstairs, my neighbor stood there with her arms crossed, looking smug. That night, I called a crew and had the whole awning torn down overnight. It started raining the next day. Rainwater came pouring down my exterior wall. Without the awning, the water went straight into my downstairs neighbor's balcony. On the third morning, the community director knocked on my door with red eyes. Her voice was hoarse as she said, "Please put the awning back." 5 households downstairs filed a joint complaint. They said their homes were about to get moldy. I sipped my soy milk and said slowly, "Illegal build. Can't put it back." The neighbor who reported me was standing in the hallway. She looked furious. When code enforcement came, I was watering plants on the balcony. 2 uniformed officers looked stern. Holding a clipboard, one asked, "Are you Miss Chen Li?" "I am. We've received a report. The awning attached to your exterior wall is an illegal structure. It needs to be removed." As she spoke, she pointed downstairs. I followed her gaze. My downstairs neighbor, Liu Mei, had her arms crossed. She was leaning against the stone lion by the building entrance, barely hiding the smug look on her face. Her husband stood beside her, pointing at me and whispering nonstop. I looked away, then back at the officers. "Okay." They froze for a second, clearly not expecting that. "I agree to tear it down. Where do I sign?" I signed so fast even the younger officer blinked in surprise. "No need for 3 days," I said. "I'll tear it down tonight." I went back to watering my orchids. "Chen Li, tear that illegal thing down already!" Liu Mei shouted loudly enough for half the complex to hear. I ignored her. Instead, I pulled out my phone and called Honest Renovation. "Master Zhou? This is Chen Li from Building 7, Unit 601. Miss Chen, what do you need? You free tonight? I need an awning taken down." "After dark works? Money's not an issue." Liu Mei's family moved in about half a year ago. Since then, there hasn't been a single peaceful day. She complained about footsteps, hallway clutter, even stray cats. And her balcony? Her husband turned it into a delicate glass sunroom filled with imported plants. 2 days earlier, she complained in the group chat that my awning dripped water. I replied calmly, "That's what awnings do. Rain falls, water flows, basic physics." She went quiet after that. I thought it was over. I was wrong. By 10 p.m., the awning was completely gone. Not even a screw left behind. Master Zhou shook his head. "Such good material. What a waste." "Yeah," I said. "Someone thought it was ugly." The storm came the next morning. Without the awning, rain slammed straight down the exterior wall, then cascaded like a waterfall, right onto Liu Mei's balcony. Her carefully built sunroom took the full force. I leaned against my door, sipping coffee, watching silently. "My God, the whole balcony is flooded. Chen Li, did you do this on purpose?" I didn't answer. The next morning I opened my door to find Liu Mei standing there. Behind her, her husband was filming. "You did this intentionally. You reported my awning," I said calmly.